Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is just going to start running through some problems that would include the interior and the exterior angle. So you should remember all your interior and exterior angle rules in order to be able to answer these questions. So if I was to go through these questions, so question number one, I'm going to say if you want to pause, try and see if you can do them yourself. If you have no idea, obviously, we'll just carry on. But pause before I answer a question. Try and see if you can answer it by yourself. And then just unpause and just check to see if the answer is the same. Okay? So for the first one, it's a five-sided shape. So if it's a five-sided shape, I need to find the sum of the exterior angles. So five-sided, that means three triangles. So that means I need to do 3 times 180, which is 540. I already know 115, I've got 90 degrees, I've got another 90 degrees, I've got 160, and I've got x. Okay, so x is going to equal 540, take away all these random angles that I just don't need. So x would be, using my trusty calculator, because your calculator can be your best friend. I know it doesn't say, it says non-calculator, but you guys don't have a non-calculator paper, so I'm not worried. Okay, so x is 85 degrees. Okay, do you want to try it for B as well? So for B, it is a six-sided shape. That's 4 triangles. That's 4 times 180, which is 720. So now I need to find out what is it, y? Y is 720, take away 170, take away 90, take away 130, take away 110, take away 75. Okay, I've got 145 degrees. So the next one to look at is, I'm not too worried about that one, you guys can do that in your own time. This one looks lovely. Okay, so I've got 3 pentagons. I usually like writing on my diagrams, so if I do ever have anything, I like writing on the diagrams. You guys know that about me? So the thing I need to do to show working on this one is I need to fill out these angles. I already know what these angle sizes are, but do I still need to show working? Yes. Okay, so they are all five-sided shapes. That means I've got 3 triangles. 3 times 180 is 540. 540 divided by 5 is 108. So I can put 108 here, 108 here, and 108 here. I'm then doing 360, take away 3 lots of 108, which is 60, take away 24, I think. Is that y? Oh. Yeah. So y is 36 degrees. Okay, another nice one to look at is this one, because not only does it use your interior and exterior angles, it does also use some other rules. So for x is quite nice and easy. If this was part of the same question, it would probably kind of use this all, but better safe than sorry, always write it out again. I know it's exactly the same as what I've written above, but I don't know how far apart these questions would be in a learning review, and I need to see the working by the question. Okay, so I wouldn't mind if I didn't see this. This is just so you get in the habit of knowing how many triangles are inside, so you can actually work out yourself. This would be the start of where I would expect, at least, that's the very least I would expect from everyone. So you've got 540, so 540 divided by 5 is 108, okay? So I know x is 108, that's x. Don't know what y is. But what do I know about a regular pentagon? Regular pentagon, all the sides are exactly the same. So if I've drawn a triangle here and I have 2 sides that are exactly the same, I know it's an isosceles. So if this is 108, then I know angles in a triangle add up to 180. So 180 take away 108 is 72. And I've got to share because they're two same base angles, which is 36 degrees. Okay, so y equals 36 degrees. Okay, another fabulous question. There are actually two ways of working this out. So if you want to pause and try and do both of them, that would be pretty good. I'm going to show you both of them anyway, just to show you the difference in the two different ways. I'll do the interior up here and I'll do exterior down here. Okay, I do a lot of my working out on the diagrams. Obviously, if you feel like writing out underneath, that is completely up to you. But I know if I start writing out stuff on the diagram, that also counts as working out. Okay, so for the interior, I've got an 8-sided shape here. So that is 6 times 180, which is 1080. 1080 divided by 8 is 135 degrees. That means this is 135. And this side, I've got 4 times 180, which is 720. 720 divided by 6 is 120, so this is 120. Okay, this angles around a point must add up to 360. So this must be 360, take away 120, take away 135, which would leave me with 105 degrees. Okay, so y equals 105 degrees. Okay, I'm going to show you via the exterior angle. So obviously I said you can do clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if I do it this side, this one will be the exterior angle for the octagon. This side will be the exterior angle for the hexagon. So for the hexagon, it's just 360 divided by 6, which is 60. Okay, for this side, it's 360 divided by 8, which is 45. 60 plus 45 is 105. Okay, so you can see the different ways. Sometimes it can help knowing two different ways because then you can decide which way you actually want to choose. Okay, where we might see just exterior angles. So exterior angles will be the most beneficial here. You could use interior angles, but the interior angles would be, it would just go through a lot more. So for this one up here where it says 24 sides, you could work out 22 times 180 and then divide it by 24. That's your interior, and then do 180, take away the interior, and then you've got the exterior, which is entirely up to you. Me, personally, I'm just going to say exterior angles, they sum up to 360, 24 sides. So I'm going to say 360 divided by 24, which I believe is 15, but I cannot remember. Yes, it's 15. Okay, so there are 15 sides to this shape. The next one down here, each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 20 degrees. Work out the number of sides. Okay, super easy. 360 divided by 20 is... Why have I forgotten that? That's a really easy one. Okay, 18 sides. Nice and easy. Okay, this one down here is a little bit tricky. It's because they give you the interior rather than the exterior. So rather than working out with the interior, what you should do is just find out what the exterior is. I can show you the interior over here just to show you how different the actual working out would be. So if I was doing exterior, so I would say, oh, let me just write down question numbers, otherwise I might get a little bit lost. Okay, so for question 11, using exterior, I'm just going to put exterior here. I would say, well, exterior angle is 180, take away 174, which is 6. Okay, so then I would do 360 divided by 6, which is 60. So I've got 60 sides. Nice and easy, right? If I was using the interior angle rule, I would, so these are just two different ways of working out, that's all. I would do, well, it's 180 times n, take away 2, divided by n, which is 174. And then I'll pop some of the working on, but obviously you times both sides by n, you then get 174. And you then take away 174. Oh, sorry, expand both sides first. What am I doing? Let me just correct that. Just skipped a step because I'm just doing it all in my head. So 180 yen take away 360 is 174 yen. I then take away 174 yen from both sides. So 180 take away 174 is 6 yen. 6 yen take away 360 is 0. So add 360 to both sides because I don't really want the 360 here. So 6 yen equals 360. I then divide both sides by 6. I then get n equals 60 sides. Oh, sorry. Okay, so can you see sometimes that the exterior angle is the nicer one to go with? Sometimes it's just really quite lengthy going with the exterior angle. The interior angle, whereas the exterior angle, nice and quick. You've got it sorted within a few steps. Okay, last one but not least, this is more of an extension question, but if you want to try it, that's fine. If you do just want to go ahead and look at the worksheets, you can do that too. So start looking at the worksheets. I would say focus more on questions 4 onwards. The ones before that are more about the rules, but if you go through them, it's just a nice recap of what rules you've done. So if you do want to just finish off those questions, that's just a good, nice little revision, mini revision that you can do when you're going over it, just to make sure you actually know what you're doing. This one is more of a extended question, so if you do want to try it out, and then I'm going to say pause, try it out, and then we can carry on. Okay, so for those people that were trying it, they tell you that this is I'm just going to call that P and call this P. Okay, it says 2 identical polygons. Okay, and it says this is an equilateral. So once it's an equilateral, the first thing I know is that all these angles are 60 degrees. I don't really care about these ones down here. They don't really matter. This one does, though, because I've got these. And I know they're both identical. So if I know they're both identical, I'm just going to call the angle A because, I don't know, I can. Angles around a point, add 2. 360 degrees, I hear you say. So we have 2a plus 60 is 360 degrees. You then have 2a, because you take away 60 from both sides. 2a equals 300, divide by 2 on both sides. You've then got a equals... Why did I just make it 60? Okay, I don't know why I've just made it 60, because I'm silly. 300 divided by 2 is not 60 degrees. Please do not do my mistake of me just... I don't know what I did there. I have no reason to have done that so wrong. I'm so sorry. So 300 divided by 2 is 150 degrees each. It says calculate the number of each side. So I haven't actually finished yet. So all I know is that the interior angle of these polygons is 150. So what do you think you need to do? I am then going to find the exterior angle. So exterior would be 180 take away 150, which is 30. I would then say 360 divided by 30 is 12 sides. So have I answered the question? Yes. Has it taken a bit of working? Yes. Was that fun? Yes. But it does actually make sense as well. Yeah. So once you finish this, hopefully it made sense. If it did make sense and you want to challenge yourself, I have popped an extension worksheet onto the classroom. So if you just want to have a bit of a go at that as well, I found it quite fun, but obviously I'm a maths teacher, I'm going to find maths fun. So if you do want to try that out, I will be releasing the answers before the end of day. In this case, I know it's a new week, so there's going to be some reflection time. So I'll release the answers before your reflection time finishes as well. So you can just take a look at what you are doing. Any questions or queries or anything else? Obviously, you can pop them into the comments. And if you pop them into public comments, then obviously anyone else in the class can answer. And I know you guys are such a hardworking bunch that you'll be able to answer any kind of questions we need. Or alternatively, if you want to do a private comment, that is perfectly fine too. And I will read through them and answer back. Or if you just want to send me a quick email with a quick snapshot and say, Miss, can you just double check this question? That is perfectly fine. I do not mind how you communicate with me. Just make sure that you get it. If you don't get it, let me know, because obviously I'm here for you. So if you don't get anything, then that's fine. Obviously, if you're not doing the extension, don't worry too much about doing that. I don't need you to do the extension. I just need you to do the basic worksheets that I've already attached to the wonderful classroom. Okay, take care, guys.